Happy Wednesday and welcome to your favorite show, Undiscovered. I am your host, Priscilla Moy, and as you can see, my garb is very, very, very Chinese. And that is because the Lunar New Year is going to be happening this Sunday, January 22nd, and it is the Year of the Rabbit. I say Lunar New Year because I don't like to say Chinese New Year only, especially for other Asian people out there that, Koreans that also celebrate the New Year, so we like to, generalize it into Lunar New Year. So Gong Hei Fa Choi, that's what we like to say, that we wish each other luck, and we also give each other red envelopes to kind of bring in the new year, and I cannot wait. So I thought it would be great to dress for the occasion, obviously. So thank you for being here again, and today I have an enormous show. There's going to be way more guests than you probably have seen other weeks. So we have CEOs in the house, dancers in the house, singers, and then also another talk show host. So that'd be great to kind of dig in their minds and see what really makes them thrive in the city of Las Vegas and maybe get a little tips for being entrepreneurs and having their own brand. After the break, we will meet our first guest, and he's going to be amazing to interview. I cannot wait. He is the CEO of the Veg Ringtone, and then his name is Michael Elliott. So when we come back from the break, we're going to meet him for the first time, and stay tuned.
Social Media Shows is a production company based here in Las Vegas, Nevada. We offer these services. We've been streaming shows live in real time for over 4 years on major social media platforms and also on our website socialmediashows.com. And we are now on Roku TV. We welcome you to have your own show on our TV network. Call us 651-955-8743 or email us at admin@socialmediashows.com.
Hi guys, welcome back. Me again. I know we just went on break, but I just can't wait to get into the show. So like I said, the first guest, his name is Michael Elliott. He is the CEO and founder of the Veg Ringtone here in Las Vegas. And he's very, very, very involved with the community. And he's done amazing things from creating music, help others create music, have a record label, been in movies, here, there, everywhere. And I cannot wait to just get the details on what it is and how long he's been doing it. So everyone, please welcome Michael Elliott. Hello, nice to meet you.
Hey,
just hug.
Right.
Okay, please have a seat. Thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me here.
Of course. So there's just so much we have to cover, right?
Absolutely.
As I said, I was I don't know I'm getting it wrong. I was stuttering. I'm like, oh my God, this guy just has so much.
Right.
Obviously, first of all, the outfit says it all. He is his brand. I love it. He just walks around saying, this is me. Better know it, right? So, the Veg Ringtone, let's start there. So, How long has this been a thing? Talk about the name of the brand, how you came up with it. What's the story?
Well, Atlanta, Chicago, and Houston, and places like that, it's like CHI, HOU, and ATL. And in our culture, in our community, people talk about, I want to go visit the ATL, and it's like big hype, but Vegas, we want to go see Vegas. So the people that was in our culture, we started doing the Veg, and it got popular around the east side, the north side, down south of Vegas, you know what I mean? And people started saying it. And about 5 years ago, I was like, I should do a brand. And then I was like, and a ringtone at the same time. So I did them both at the same time, the brand and the ringtone. And it's still the Veg Ringtone, or the Veg brand. And I wanted Vegas to be on the map. I wanted Vegas to be huge. I wanted Vegas to have this clothing line that all of the world would want, not just this particular person, but the whole world. So I attached, always keep a piece of Vegas with you on it. So when you're in Vegas, you come to the Strip or you come downtown, make sure you pick up one of these items. Reach me at thevegringtone.club.
.club. There you go. Not
Yeah.
com.
Not
so
com,
you
dot
remember
club.
it. It's not general.
Yeah.
You know the club.
The club, right? So you got to go to the club.
Yeah, I know. Hey, period. You're on
Yeah.
brand. And what I love is, because I'm from Chicago myself, so I understand that every city has its own culture. And, you know,
Yes.
there's abbreviations, there's slang from each thing. But Vegas is very underrated. It's kind of
Absolutely.
like people go there, it's a transient, they go there to party, blah, blah, but no one knows that there are people here, entrepreneurs, talented people that are
Yes.
thriving, trying to make it, and it's a great city. People are slowly trying to find out, right? Like, now it's become the hot place to go, to shoot, to film, to whatever.
Right.
But there's very few people that are very outspoken about Vegas, like, not just what they see.
It
but
seemed like
the
it's no
city.
one really. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I wanted to take that role on and be that guy here in Vegas. You know what I mean?
Mm.
When you want to look good and you want to feel good, you're a peaceful person and you want to wear some really good gear. This is what you should be wearing.
Mm.
It's unity, it's peace, it's love. All of the great things that life should have along the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love that. I love that. That's what I love about interviewing people like you. Very humble and just
Yeah.
very about the brand because there's a meaning behind it. There's a purpose.
It's a purpose.
It's not just trying to become someone without anything behind it, right? Like, that's what I feel drives you, because it's been probably, you've been doing this for a long time. Not
Absolutely.
just the clothes in general, but obviously, like you said, there's a ringtone attached. So that
Absolutely.
obviously came from a different part of your talent and
Right.
that you've been doing.
So, you know, growing up where I grew up at is like one of the roughest places, probably the roughest place in North Las Vegas. And every day you went to school, there was going to be a fight. You was going to be challenged. It was going to be something. All the way through high school, it was always. After high school, it was constant. My neighborhood was put on the gangland thing. And they talked really heavily about how dangerous it was to live over there. So just to be able to make it out of that neighborhood, you know, and still be alive, you know, today was something that, I mean, it's almost like you got to be lucky. And I wasn't the only lucky one, but to be able to change the people in that neighborhood or to change different communities around the world, it's just spreading unity of peace, love, and just pulling people together. And that this brand stands for that so much. So anybody that's watching this show right now, you could go to my website and download the ringtone. The ringtone is it's at the iTunes store. The iTunes store under Michael Elliott. So that'll just show that you're a humble person and you have unity and peace in your heart, and you want to see the world come together.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I love how you also don't want Vegas to be known for its stereotypes or from where you're saying that you grew up back then, right? It can easily, because Vegas is so small, overshadow everything good about it, right? And obviously as time's gone on, like, you've watched it grow and watched things change.
Yes.
And what's so interesting is that you're a local to Vegas.
Yes,
I
I'm a native.
don't know many that have literally born, raised here, still here to this day, you know what I mean? So
I mean, I've seen
great.
it grow from here to here, you know. And,
Yeah.
like I was just telling my son today, you know, back in the days we had Vegas Village, which most people probably wouldn't know what that is, but now with Smith's, you know, we had Zodi's, which is now JCPenney's or something, you know what I mean? But yeah, we had these stores, but people went out of business because of the time just wasn't right. So yeah, I want my brand to last forever.
Oh yeah, hey, as long as you believe, people to back you up
Yeah.
and you're a great person, I believe that it will shine
Yes.
above all others, you know, and I really get that humble vibe from you, which is fantastic. And I love that you love the city so much that you want to represent it everywhere. You even came up with this little, all right, you're a Chi-Town, well, we're vague,
We're vague, you know what I mean?
Period.
I used to, well, before this, I was ME 702. So that was just all about me, Michael Elliott, Vegas 702,
Right.
and then had the LV on the end of it. So I had these shirts that were North LV, North Las Vegas, and everybody wanted one of those shirts, and they loved it so much. I never sold anyone one of those shirts, but I sold them a Veg Ringtone shirt. But they wanted that one particular shirt, but it cost so much to make it, they didn't want to pay for it. So it was like, you know.
Hey, you have one, and you're like, huh, you wish you could have
Right.
one. And like, I mean, if you got the funds, then give them to me and let me
you
store,
can
you
get
know?
one. You can rock one of these. But, it has the glitter on it, and it's actually like a thermal, and It's the blue navy. It's the navy blue with the silver glitter in it.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
I love it. And so you would you go along the athleisure, the urban. Does this represent your style that you would normally have?
Yeah, I'm a sweatsuit type of guy. You know, I'm athletic. So we would say stuff like athletic players back in the days, and that was something that I was thinking about putting together for a brand, was athletic players. I mean, if you guys want to steal it, go ahead. But athletic players, because we was athletes and we played, you know, all the time. So the athletic gear is what it is.
Yeah, I love it. So now let's dig deep. Now, you're connected with Vivica Fox.
Right.
So she's a big person that I've seen the video. There's a video out there, and she's representing. She's like, everyone get this man. Tell us a story about that, because that's a big deal.
Here's the story. I was teaching chess. And so I went to get the kids some lunch, and while they were out in the pool, and we had somebody watching them and everything. So I was the one to go get the food. And it was crazy because it was like, you go. And I was like, no, you go. He was like, no, I don't want to go. I want to stay here. I want to smoke my cigarette, and I don't want to go anywhere. So I said, okay, I'll go. I went to the store, ran into Vivica Fox, and she was in a bookstore. So I just approached her, you know, very confident, and said, hey, look, I got something for you. Can you stay right here? I'm going to go to my car. I'll be right back. So I ran in my car. I grabbed the shirt, and I said, look, this is for you. This is my brand. So she asked me what it meant. And I told her, she's like, oh, that's great. Let me help you out. So she grabbed the shirt and told me, asked me what all it meant. And then she said, okay, I got it. And she said everything that she said for it. And with her doing that, it helped me really. No one would even be recognizing or doing anything without her face. You know what I mean? And she did that out of kindness. And just the connection. It was so cool. So I went down to LA to go see her at her show. And we connected then. So I'm trying to get her back in Vegas to do like this major thing for the Veg Ringtone.
That's amazing. I mean, you know, especially having a celebrity saying number one. Number two, having the confidence to be like, oh my God, well, what if I'm annoying them? Like, this is their free time. They don't want everyone to crowd and be like, oh, wait, that is her. Why is he asking for a picture? Then also that she went out of her way to be like, yeah, like she didn't know you prior, right? Like there was no,
no, like I'd never seen her before.
Yeah, like that's
But you know, what I did say to her to break the ice is I said, there was a part in the movie about the button, you know, hitting the button. It was something that her and the detective was saying. At the time, it was fresh in my head. I was like, say that. And she did it really loud in the place, and everybody looked like, wow, that's crazy. But we laughed and giggled, so that kind of broke the ice. And we hit it off like conversation-wise and talked, and she was really cool. I mean, down-to-earth person.
That's great, and I love that because you don't. People, they have a stigma against like
some people you can't even get next to. You know, it's like I ran across one of the DJs. Don't want to put his name out there, big time DJ, and I was speaking to him, and he was kind of every time I was, he was guiding away from me, so I just let him go ahead and go. Right. But with Vivica, it was like, it was unbelievable. Yeah. Even with Ice Cube, it was same type of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
I love it. I love people that stay humble and they've already amassed so much success where they're a big name everywhere you go, and then you just find out that they're just like, I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? And you could be on, because we're going to talk about like the whole acting thing next, but you probably understand being on sets, you don't want to interrupt the big principal star. Like the last thing I want to do is look like a fangirl, fanboy, running up to them when you're also working, right? You're also hired to be there. But then sometimes they just come up to you and they're just like, oh, hey, thank you for being here. What's your name? And I love that. And that's kind of like how I would hope to be, in those situations as well. And it's amazing just meeting everyday people because you learn the stories. You learn, people's purpose behind what they do. It kind of inspires you. And that's the whole purpose of my show. And I love just meeting people like you, and everyone should go support his brand. It's because there's always something behind it. Like, what is it? You know what I mean? Like, not everyone has good intentions, but those that do, you're just like, okay, now I know that.
The ones that don't, they come and go.
Yeah.
And
it'll be all quick.
And within the 5 years I've been doing this, I've seen maybe 15 people start a brand and stop. Start a brand. Oh, Mike could do it. I'll do it. They'll start and stop.
You think it's easy?
Yeah.
It's not easy out here.
This is like, in order to be self-motivated, focus every day, and to not waste time on things that won't help you, it's not easy. Yeah. And to just jump into that ship because you see somebody else doing it, it doesn't work. It has to be in you, and you got to want to do it, you know?
And that's why it's important to have a purpose. You
Gotta
can
have a
remind
purpose.
yourself, like, to come back to reality and be like, right, why am I doing this? You know, is it the same reason still there? You know, and that's what kind of drives you. And I think that's really, like, again, like you were really open about it. That's the brand. That's the whole purpose. And so you've had a history. You have a record label, right? So music's a big part of your life, and then also, I guess you have an IMDb, so you've been in some films and stuff like that. So was that always a passion of yours?
Absolutely, man. As a kid, I've always wanted to be in the movies. I always wanted to be the star of the movie. And wish me luck for my audition Saturday. I'm going for a lead role with People's Entertainment, the network. They have stuff on like Lifetime and stuff like that. So I'm going for the lead role Saturday.
Yeah, as you should. Don't say anything less.
So I've also played in like several films. One of my best films was it was called The Magic Show, and it was Lou Rawls was in it. So this is back a little bit in the 90s, and there was a few other entertainers in there, and I was at this table and I got this dialogue, and this is my first time and pretty much my only time having a lot of dialogue in a major film like that. I was in this movie called Bodily Harm. I was in a Steven Spielberg film, The Stand. I just had like a role where I was just chanting. I did an Ice Cube video. You Know How We Do It. I believe that's the one he did in Vegas. I did Miss Michelle's movie, Crystal. I had a speaking role in that movie. And Miss Michelle is the lady who does the Black Film Festival. So it's great. I love doing the acting, the work behind it. The work in front of it shows how good you do. Also, I did Silent, something Silent, I can't think. It was Tyler Jones' movie. I was a detective. It was pretty good. I liked that role. It's been fun, you know. A lot of people want me to do like a lot of B-roll films and movies with people that those ones. And a lot of them today, I don't really do them. You know, because there's so much other stuff going on now.
Right, and you want things reputable and things that are going to actually come into fruition. Because we've all been there. We put in all this work, and then someone fails post-production.
Absolutely.
Or, you know, they just use you because you have a name already, right? And they want to pick your brain. And so, you know, not talk bad about it, but those are the truths.
That's
like,
the truth.
it's the truth. And so people don't understand that it's a lot harder to just land a role. And then that's it. Like, you go through all these hoops and figuring out who are the real players and who are just kind of like the little pieces that try to stray you away from your dream, right?
Absolutely.
And I'm so glad that you stayed on it. You're still doing it, and you're like, this Saturday, I'm going.
Man,
like,
listen, I want to be able to win that.
I've
been in a couple of different auditions where I didn't get the role. I've been in an audition where I did get the role, you know, so I really want this one.
But it's a good experience, and it keeps you like being like, all right, well, not this one, but you learn how to let go of those things. So if you really have the drive, you're going to keep going. And I think that's Michael. So amazing person. I would love to have you back because, like, I'm sure there's so many more things you could talk about. And I want to hear about the role. So you got to keep in touch with me.
Yeah, no doubt.
And tell me about that role so I can support you and shout you out to everyone. So, but it's been amazing. Michael, Elliott, everyone, tell them again where they can come in contact with you and your brand.
You can go to THEVEG Ringtone @gmail.com for my email. You can go to THEVEG Ringtone.club for the site, or you can go to the same thing on Instagram and find me. So look out for me, purchase some of my gear, come see me, shake my hand, say hello, all of that good stuff, take a picture.
You'll notice about the beard. You can tell about the great beard, he'll be recognizable at Smith's. So at Smith's, JCPenney.
And also I have one other announcement before I leave off.
Of course.
I will soon have my brand inside of Walmart, so this year you'll be able to look out for it. This month, before the end of this month, I'll have it in.
Wow, that's a big enough. You say it, you're like, oh wait, I forgot. Yeah. Like, that's a big one. Okay,
that's
hustler,
huge,
I love it.
Yes,
that's huge.
So,
congratulations on
so
that.
much.
It's a big accomplishment. You should be very proud of yourself.
And I want to thank Patrice Hood. Patrice Hood. Bernadette Patrice Hood. Okay. Thank you so much for having me on the show, and I want to thank Maria, who I've been friends with for a long time.
Of course. Michael Elliott, everyone. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much again. Right after the break, we have some very, very, very fun guests come. So see you then.
All right.
Do you have what it takes